Have you ever said yes to something and instantly regretted it? Maybe it was a favor that drained your energy, a commitment that cluttered your calendar, or a project that had nothing to do with your goals. Deep down, you knew it wasn't right for you, but you couldn't bring yourself to say no. Why is that? Why is such a small word so hard to say? In this video, we're going to break that cycle. I'll show you exactly how to confidently say no to things that don't serve you without feeling guilty, selfish, or afraid of disappointing others. Because here's the truth. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. Your time, energy, and peace of mind are limited. And every time you say yes out of obligation, you're robbing yourself of what truly matters. And you're not alone. This struggle is everywhere. Whether you're a people pleaser, a high achiever, or someone who just wants to be liked, you've probably said yes when you should have said no. So how do you set boundaries without burning bridges? How do you protect your priorities without being seen as rude? And how do you say no in a way that feels natural and powerful? Let's get started. Why we struggle to say no. Saying no shouldn't be this hard, but for so many of us, it is. And it's not because we're weak or indecisive, it's because we've been taught, conditioned, and rewarded to say yes. From a young age, we're told to be agreeable, to be polite, to be helpful. Especially if you were raised in a culture where saying no is seen as disrespectful or selfish, that word becomes almost taboo. Then there's the people-pleasing factor. We want to be liked. We want to be seen as reliable, kind, and easy to work with. So we say yes even when every part of us is screaming no because we fear what might happen if we disappoint someone. What if they get upset? What if they stop liking us? What if they think we're lazy or rude? And let's not forget guilt. Oh, the guilt. That sinking feeling that you're letting someone down, that you're being a bad friend, a bad coworker, a bad person, just because you dared to protect your own time. But here's the twist. Every time you say yes just to avoid conflict, you're creating an internal one. You're compromising your own needs, your values, and your peace just to keep others comfortable. There's also FOMO, fear of missing out. We say yes because we don't want to miss an opportunity. We want to be involved. We're afraid that if we say no too often, the invitations will stop coming. And in some cases, saying yes becomes a form of identity. We pride ourselves on being the dependable one, the go-to person, the fixer. And if we stop saying yes, who are we? But here's the truth. Saying no isn't a rejection of people. It's a commitment to yourself. You're not being rude. You're being real. When you understand why it's so hard to say no, it gets easier to change. Because awareness is the first step to transformation. And once you stop seeing no as a negative, it becomes one of your most powerful tools for peace. The cost of saying yes to everything. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals or values, you're saying no to something that does. Think about that. That extra shift you picked up, even though you needed rest, it cost you recovery. That favor you agreed to, even though you had plans, it cost you presence. That project you accepted out of guilt, it cost you progress on what truly matters to you. The truth is, every yes has a cost, and it's often your peace, your focus, your energy, and your mental health. When you say yes to everyone, you end up spread too thin. You feel overwhelmed, anxious, and burned out, not because life is out of control, but because your boundaries are. You begin to resent the very people you wanted to help. You lose sight of your own priorities. You fall behind on your dreams, And eventually, you stop recognizing the version of yourself who used to feel motivated and clear-headed. That's the hidden danger of always being available. It's not just about lost time, it's about lost identity. Because when you keep saying yes out of habit, fear, or guilt, you become a version of yourself who's always reacting, never choosing. And worst of all, people start to expect it. They stop asking if you're available and just assume you are. Your boundaries blur. Your time no longer feels like yours. And the longer it goes on, the harder it becomes to take back control. But the moment you realize that every yes should be a deliberate choice, not an automatic response, that's when you start protecting your life from the inside out. How to identify what doesn't serve you. Before you can start saying no with confidence, you need to get clear on what you're actually saying yes to in life. Because here's the thing, not everything that looks like an opportunity is one for you. Start by asking yourself one powerful question. Does this support the person I'm trying to become? If the answer is no, or even I'm not sure, pause. Reflect. You owe yourself that moment of clarity. Next, take inventory. What are the things in your life that drain your energy, make you feel resentful, or pull you away from your goals? These are your red flags. They're not always loud or obvious. Sometimes they come dressed as shoulds. I should do this, I should go, I should help. But if you feel heavy, tense, or anxious when you commit to something, it probably doesn't serve you. On the flip side, think about what lights you up. What moves you forward? What aligns with your values and your future? These are your yeses. And once you know your yes, the no becomes much clearer. Your goals are your compass. If something pulls you off course, it's okay, even necessary, to say no. Also, don't just evaluate the task, evaluate the timing. Something might be aligned with your values, but not right now. That's still a valid reason to say no or not yet. Clarity creates power. And the clearer you are on what serves you, the easier it becomes to protect your time, your peace, and your purpose. Practical techniques to say no. So now that you know what doesn't serve you, how do you actually say no, especially when it feels uncomfortable? Here are 5 practical, real-world strategies you can start using today. 1. The clear and kind no. You don't need a dramatic excuse. You don't need a 10-paragraph explanation. A simple, kind, and firm no can be powerful. Try this. Thanks for thinking of me, but I'm going to pass this time. You're polite, direct, and you leave no space for misinterpretation. 2. The not right now response. If something is tempting but the timing isn't right, delay it with grace. That sounds great, but I'm currently focused on other priorities. Can we revisit this later? This keeps the door open on your terms. 3. Blame it on a policy. Sometimes it helps to have a go-to rule you follow. It takes the pressure off the decision being personal. I have a rule to not take on extra meetings during focus days. It helps me stay productive. You're not rejecting them. You're honoring your system. 4. Offer an alternative when appropriate. If you genuinely want to help but can't commit fully, redirect. I can't attend the event, but I'm happy to help spread the word. You stay generous without overextending. 5. Practice the pause. You don't have to give an answer immediately. Say, let me think about it and get back to you. That pause gives you breathing room. It interrupts the impulse to say yes on the spot. Bonus tip? Rehearse. Seriously. Practice saying no out loud in front of a mirror. It builds muscle memory. The more you say it, the more natural it feels. And remember, tone matters. You can be firm without being aggressive, confident without being cold, respectful without being a pushover. Most importantly, you don't owe anyone access to your time just because they ask nicely. Every time you say no to what doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to your focus, your rest, your growth. That's not selfish. That's self-respect. You don't need to apologize for protecting your peace. You don't need to justify saying no to something that doesn't align with who you are or where you're going. Because every no is actually a yes. A yes to your time. A yes to your values. A yes to your dreams. You are allowed to choose what matters most to you. And when you do, the right people, the people who truly respect you, will honor those choices, not punish you for them. So here's your challenge. This week, say no to one thing that doesn't serve you. Just one. Start small if you need to. Decline an invite. Turn down a task. Skip a should. Notice how it feels. The strength in your voice. The peace in your chest. That's you stepping into your power. Because boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges. They connect you to the life you're meant to live. So if you're tired of living on everyone else's terms, if you're ready to stop overcommitting and start reclaiming your time, then let today be the day you choose you. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It helps this message reach more people. And if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to Raveling Money. We're building a space where self-respect isn't just encouraged, it's expected. Say yes to yourself. Say no with confidence. And keep creating the life that actually fits you.